Hi folks, it's Tim, the dad,
Hi,
and we are, you're Crystal,
I am.
the daughter, and we are seeouRView. We're here to have some Q&A with our friends. Well, that didn't work. Let me try that again. Something still isn't right.
You guys are all wrong.
And we're here with Jarhead and Ginger, Scott and Allison. How are you guys today?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. We're great.
So we've
What are we
got
doing?
a bowl of questions.
Bowl
Oh,
of
I thought
questions?
that was some popcorn. Aw.
Food comes after.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in a hot seat before we feed you.
All right.
So much for ladies first. Oh.
I picked it for you.
Oh, thank you. Sunrise or sunset? That is the question.
Oh, I think I know all of our answers.
Do sunrises exist?
Did you eat that?
Popcorn.
What's a sunrise?
Exactly.
Yeah, same.
I hear
Definitely
people.
sunset.
I hear other channels talking about sunrise, but I've never, in a long time at least, seen one.
Yeah.
I think what was I saying? If I actually get a picture of the sunrise,
It's
chances
because
are
we haven't been to bed yet.
Because we decided
I
ladies
picked it for
first.
you.
There you go.
Alright. If you could change one thing about your RV, what would it be? We answered this last week.
Yes, we did. What would you guys change?
I would have a professional organizer come in and just finish it for me. I am fed up. We just downsized, and now we're downsizing more now that we're in it, and I can't figure out where to put things.
I say for me, it would probably be to have her let me be the professional organizer.
Well,
No, we throw it all out.
Gauntlet thrown.
I'd fill the dumpster and we'd be minimalized.
No.
be done with it.
Yep. Favorite holiday? That's easy for me. It's St. Patrick's Day. Believe it or not,
And why would that be?
because I have some Irish heritage, so I really like St. Patrick's Day, and I do enjoy a drink every now and
So
then.
you get to let the wizard out.
That's it.
For me, it's Christmas, the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Does my birthday count as a holiday? Honestly, any holiday with food, I'm here for.
I would have to say from Thanksgiving to New Year's.
Just that whole time.
All of it in
Oh.
between. The whole time in between, it's just so festive.
Yeah.
So,
So we're here during your favorite time of year.
absolutely.
All right.
Do you ever geocache? It's a good question.
I never have. I think it would be fun, maybe, to go with somebody that has at least once, and then who knows, we might like it.
Yeah, we've never done it.
We've done it, I think, a couple of times. The
Couple of
first time was at a rest area where we forgot to bring a pen, and then the next time we went looking for one, it just wasn't there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, and I finally got to looking at because I like the idea of geocaching. We just haven't done enough of it, but there's an app for it that shows you locations and what have you. And I learned on that one, read the comments first, because otherwise I would have known that it was no longer there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I think it's a cool
pretty neat.
concept that you go and find something and take something and leave something and sign the log, and I think that's kind of a cool
Yeah.
thing.
And someone pick one.
Everybody at once.
Anyone.
Everybody at once?
Okay.
I want this one. No.
No.
Favorite mealtime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
We'll answer it.
Well, mine is going to be dinner because usually I'm not up in time for breakfast, and a lot of times I skip lunch, but supper is actually my favorite mealtime.
There you go.
Hard rolled my eyes right there.
Well, I grew up in a land where dinner is lunch, supper is supper.
Old
Yeah.
timer.
Oh.
Supper is the third meal, yeah. For me, it would be breakfast. I don't get up normally in time for breakfast either, so we're usually having it around noon.
Brunch.
But that's the one that I like to cook as well. So I'm the breakfast cook. She does everything else.
Dinner for me.
Is that
It
supper
lately-
dinner or dinner dinner?
Nighttime dinner. There you go. So I was going to say blinner, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner all together. Because when we're keto and everything, we do kind of one meal a day.
Mm.
So it's blinner. But
Mhm.
and I feel a lot better when we do that. But right now it's just dinner.
I like eating breakfast for dinner. I don't like eating breakfast at breakfast time. One, I'm never up, and two, it just doesn't seem right.
That getting up early thing seems to be a theme here. None
Yeah.
of us do that junk. Favorite rainy day activity? I guess
PG.
I guess favorite rainy day activity would be to go into town and get done the stuff we need to do in town. When it's a nice day like this, I like to stay kind of where we are and be out and doing things outside.
Movie day, or lately YouTube day. Watching under a blanket, watching movies. Morning drink of choice and favorite drink. My morning drink of choice is coffee or cream with a little coffee. Cream and sugar with a little coffee. Favorite drink, anytime I go to a beach, I want to have a Mai Tai. I love a Mai Tai at the beach. That all started when we went to Hawaii.
Well, if we're talking drinks, my favorite type of drink is something I can't taste the alcohol in, so I've been really liking Malibu Sunrises. And then I don't drink a morning drink. Coffee puts me to sleep. I can't do that. So
Coffee.
you drink coffee,
Coffee for
morning,
both?
noon, night,
Coffee.
yeah.
Coffee for both, okay.
Yeah, if we're naming alcoholic beverages, once in a while I like to have a Kahlua because it's coffee flavored.
Right.
Coffee.
For me, in the morning time, I'm drinking water, and then I normally have a Monster or Rockstar type energy drink. And and my favorite alcoholic beverage, I would have to say, is probably an IPA. Although I don't drink a lot of beer anymore, but I really like the IPAs. Kind of a beer snob that way sometimes.
How many kids do you have, and how many pets? I like to say I'm the kid because we get that question so many times when Dad and I are out. They're like, "Oh, how many kids do you two have?" And I just go, "Me. I'm the kid." But he does have another son. I have an older brother, and then we have
two kids
pups.
and two pets. Two pets. Pups.
pups.
Pets.
Pups.
Pepperoonies.
We have 4 children, and we only have one pet, a dog.
A hairless dog.
Her hairless, hairy dog.
Prince Harry.
Called
Prince Harry, yep, Prince Harry.
Favorite type of food or restaurant when eating out?
Mm.
I like Chinese food because it's something that we don't normally cook by ourselves. So when we're eating out, Chinese food, or you can't go wrong with a good Mexican restaurant if you're in the South.
Chinese food, seafood,
Ooh,
barbecue, Mexican food.
All the foods.
Yeah, yeah.
Just food.
Food.
I'm going to have to say my favorite's going to be Mexican food. But I agree, you have to be somewhere where the Mexican food is actually good.
And
Yeah.
seasoned.
Yeah, we lived in Japan for 8 years and we did not have good Mexican food there. So since we've been back in the States,
They had Taco Bell.
since we've been back in the States, we've had a lot of Mexican food. And but if I want to go out to a restaurant and it's not Mexican food, my favorite, and of course it's got to be expensive, is the Brazilian churrascaria, where they bring the meat out to you on the skewers and slice it off. Oh, that is
Oh,
amazing.
you would love that.
All you can eat meat.
It's
What-
great.
Those places
that sounds
are
like
awesome.
Fuego de Chao.
Yes.
Yep.
I've been there once and
Love it. They have one in San Antonio. Let's go.
Ooh. Where are you from and how did you meet?
I'm from Washington State.
I'm from Texas. Yeehaw!
So we met in El Paso, Texas, when I was there for my first school as a Hawk missile operator in the Marine Corps.
That's
Awesome.
right.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
92?
91 we met.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so forest, mountains, or coast beaches. For me, I'd like to have a nice sunny beach with the turquoise water, mountains in the
Hey.
background. How about that?
PG. Can't say sunny beach.
Yeah, sunny. But yeah, definitely if I have to choose one or the other, it would be beaches.
Ours kind of changes depending on the mood. Dad likes to be greedy and say that he likes it all.
Oh,
I like lighthouses. So I don't necessarily like hiking through the sand or like being in the sand, but I like lighthouses.
oh, nice.
What about you, Scott?
I like the sand comment because I absolutely hate sand, which is really weird for me because I was a dive instructor for so long, but I absolutely hate beaches and because of the sand. So I although I do like the ocean and a good sea view or whatever the case is, I think I'd rather be in the mountains. When we lived in Alaska, I absolutely loved it there. Favorite hobby / fun thing to do while on the road or traveling? We're doing it right now. YouTubing. Meeting people and YouTubing. So that's mine.
Yeah, hanging out with friends.
I like seeing new places and meeting new people, and it's all about the people for me.
I like going off and exploring.
Favorite kitchen gadget?
I like the air fryer.
Right now, I'm gonna say the Instant Pot.
She has this thing. I think it's a Pampered Chef thing, and it's kind of star shaped, and it's just a handle. It's like a potato masher kind of, but we use it to do ground beef, or like we used it this morning to do sausage when we made biscuits and gravy,
Ooh.
and it smashes up the ground beef really cool. So you don't have bigger chunks and smaller chunks, and you just kind of smash it up, and it's all
I've
the
been
same.
telling you, you need one.
Yeah, it's
I've
great.
That's what I've been
using
talking
the
about.
potato masher thing for it, and she says, that's not for that. And I'm like, but
It's for potatoes.
It works.
I love my Instant Pot, but I had an epic fail today. Second time cooking rice in it. It's nasty. Leave a comment down below and let us know how you cook your rice in an Instant Pot. And it's not an Instapot. It's an Instant Pot, people.
Thank you.
I knew that was coming.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
But
Giant
she won't let me
pet
call it
peeve.
an Instant Pot because it's not the brand.
Well, because
Instant
ours isn't an instant pot, so you keep saying
So I have to say
Instapot.
pressure
and
cooker.
Yes, because that's what it's called. You had a fail in one a week ago.
My
We never told
Instapot
yet.
mishap
Yes.
that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
We were fixing pot roast for about the 8th time this month. So I wanted to fix it the day before. That way it can kind of sit overnight in the fridge, and then we heat it up the next day, and it's So I braised the chuck roast, sauteed the onions,
The issue was
So
he was filming it for TikTok.
throw the pot roast in there, fill it up with broth, cock the lid, set it for 60 minutes, and
And
we
went
all
to go take a
take
shower.
off to go to the bathhouse to take a shower. So as we come back, I pull up, and I'm like, ooh, that's really strong. I can smell it all the way out here. We walk in the RV,
And the timer still says 60 minutes.
and the pressure relief valve was not closed. So we were sitting there putting pot roast vapor into the RV
Just
It was just
shooting.
boiling away.
for
Beef
like
broth was
40
just
minutes.
shooting out.
Oh,
no.
my
Mess.
gosh.
We had the ceiling was soaked with beef broth. The smell was, oh my, it was
Smelled
for
good though,
2
right?
days
Yeah.
we smelled that
Dad
pot
couldn't
roast.
sleep because he was smelling it.
So tip,
Over half of the broth was gone.
yeah, over half
Oh,
the broth
man.
was gone. I had to make more broth during the other
Favorite snack and then favorite dessert.
Oh boy.
Ooh. I like Cheez-Its.
Mm.
That's my favorite snack right now. It kind of changes.
Do you expect me to come up with a favorite?
Yes! I'm the one that's so indecisive. I can't pick a favorite color. I just say rainbow.
Chocolate, ice cream, cake, chips, cookies.
Anything with cream cheese, you like cream cheese.
Oh,
Bill
boy.
and Deanna from Living the Silver Life made us a sopapilla cheesecake
That
for
was
the first time ever.
bomb.
And it tastes just like a cinnamon roll, but like cheesecake cobblery
Mm.
form. And oh my goodness.
That was probably the best dessert I've had
Really
in a
good.
long time.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm not really a snacky kind of guy, but if I do snack, it'll be some kind of potato chips or something like that. I like the jalapeno Chester Cheetos. My favorite dessert is cheesecake, not with nothing on it, just regular plain white cheesecake.
My favorite snack, and we do this a lot, late night kind of thing, is cheese and crackers and some kind of meat, little pepperonis or different variety of meats. That's our go-to late night snack. And for dessert, chocolate pie or Bluebell ice cream, or why not both?
Both, yes.
What is your favorite state to visit? For me, it would probably be back to Alaska. Like I said before, I really, really love living in Alaska. And the only thing that pulled us out of Alaska was the opportunity to go back to Okinawa.
I'd say Hawaii. We've only been there for a vacation once, and then I passed through on a military hop and got to go to the beach then too. So Hawaii for a visit.
You guys are opposites.
Yeah.
I like Oregon, just not in the rainy season. But Oregon's beautiful. It's probably had some of the best beaches that I've seen so far in our travels.
I want to go back to the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, but you know that's been from childhood. You know, and how things are always never what you quite remember them to be. So you know, I don't know if it'd be my favorite now because we haven't been there.
It seems to be the way, though. You remember something that you did when you were a kid and how completely awesome it was, and then you go back and it doesn't quite live up to the expectations sometimes.
Books or movies? I used to love to read a lot, but after college I got kind of tired of reading books. Took a break from it, so I'd say movies right now.
For me, I have to be in a certain mood to want to watch a movie, and even then it's hard for me not to constantly be Googling the actors and then accidentally spoil it for
You
myself.
pause too much.
And Dad says I pause too much because I like it to be silent as I'm watching the movies. I want to hear and I want to concentrate. I don't want anything else going on.
And
But-
she ends up Googling to find out who an actor is and
And
spoils it because
So then
she
I don't.
sees,
So then I don't
she's
want to
like,
finish
oh,
the movie.
well, now I know how it ends.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But I'm always in the mood for a good book.
When I was younger, I read a lot. I mean, I would escape in books. I would just go to my room and stay there all day. When I pick up a book, I like to read it from front to back. But I haven't done so much reading in my adult years. So it's probably, these days, it's movies because it doesn't take any work on my part. I can just sit there and watch it, pay attention or not, whatever. It's just there running.
I have read a few books in the past. I was never a really big reader. When I got into my second job in the Marine Corps and then what I did after the Marine Corps, which was air traffic control, I had to read many books that were phone book sized and know multiple rules in them all. So I'm pretty much done with books. But we don't do much TV or movies or any of that either. We literally have only been watching YouTube for the last several months. We've when we were in our last park, we watched the news a couple of times, but we really haven't watched any kind of TV or movies at all.
So who are some of your favorite channels to watch? Put you on the spot.
Well, we like to watch you guys,
Thank you.
especially now that we're on here with you. We liked some of the bigger ones that we like are Changing Lanes, and we also watch Dan and Jen Nevada.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I've actually
Those
met
guys
them.
are crazy.
We've met
We've
them.
met them a
Oh,
couple
nice.
times.
They're really nice.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So that's a couple of the
Wayward
bigger ones
Wags.
to watch.
Oh
yeah, the Wags.
First,
Yeah.
When we first found their channel, we had been watching, the ones that everybody watches when they first start watching, and we don't watch those big ones much anymore. But we found Wayward Wags, and at the end, he's a disabled veteran, and at the end of every video, they play a memorial for a fallen military person. And I cried and cried, and I still do a lot. That channel, just the way that he does so much for the military veterans.
That's awesome.
I love that. And I like Scout. I want to have a little bearded dragon.
Favorite animal encounter?
Oh.
Mine is fake.
Right off the bat, fake. So not pet, but wild animal?
Yeah. Dad and I were walking. I can't
Oh,
remember.
I know this one.
I can't remember if we had the dogs with us or not, but it was at nighttime,
Yes,
and
we did.
it was in Lacona Thousand Trails in Washington, and Dad and I were walking, and
It was dark.
I said it was at night. Duh, it was dark. We had
Could have been in
flashlights.
Alaska.
We had flashlights. And there were shadows
And
everywhere.
he just stops and goes, bear. And I scream my head off without ever seeing anything. And he got me so bad. His favorite game is trying to figure out how he can scare me.
Probably be the elk we seen out in California when we were going to the Fern Canyon. Oh,
Or the
and
owl.
the fox. There was a fox at Lake of the Springs, and the mountain lions. The mountain lion.
What was it about that?
That
Oh,
was
I
Pacific
know
City.
a real one.
And then the sea otters.
I know a real one now.
Okay.
We were driving to the Hagerman Wildlife Refuge, right? And Dad
Oh.
didn't see this, but I just look out my window and I'm like, huh, that bird is carrying a weird rope. And then it drops it, and I'm like, oh my god, that bird just dropped a snake. Literally dropped it. Wasn't
Wow.
it a hawk?
From way up in the air,
It
and
just
dropped
dropped a snake right into the field, and that was the wildest thing I'd ever seen.
And when I was kind of a kid, probably 17, 18 years old, I was out hunting in Washington State. And I was going around a tree about this size. The tree was about this size. And I was kind of stepping around it. I was on a kind of a game trail. And something tore out from under that tree that I didn't see. And I was literally this close too. And I watched it go up the side of this ridge, and it was a mountain lion.
Ooh.
It was that close to
Oh
me.
my gosh.
And that had the heart going. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
That reminded me of the kangaroo that everybody says wasn't
I was
real.
not there. You did not get it on camera.
That was here in
Fix her,
Texas.
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
He swears up and down he
It
saw
was
a
a kangaroo.
When we were scuba diving in Okinawa, I saw a big sea turtle, and it was so close to me, and I wanted to get closer to it. I followed it for a ways, and then he's like, you're never gonna catch it or whatever. But I love sea turtles, and,
Oh,
and
they're
that
so
was just
majestic.
a big one. It was just, oh, I love that.
We're going to link the channels mentioned down below. We appreciate you guys watching. We hope you enjoyed this segment Q&A with Jarhead and Ginger. Get to know us and them a little bit
What's
better.
your slogan before you forget?
Full-time RV life with real full-time RV folks.
And then we have links for everything down below. Where are we pointing? Right
Over
there?
here? Yep, if you're not already subscribed to us, click on the logo over here and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right up here's a video we think you might like. And right
Down
down
here.
here's a playlist with feature that's all folks.
And down here we're featured in other people's channels, so watch.
Yay! Thank you. Bye.
Bye.